Thank you, Coach. We are about 15 miles west of downtown Phoenix at State Farm Stadium in Glendale, Arizona. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Detroit Lions and the Arizona Cardinals. Here's a punter, Thomas Morstead, to get this one started. And we are underway on a Monday night. This will be taken in at the 1. They'll bring it back to just about the 25. Call it the 24-yard line. It's Armstrong. Only a couple for him there on the game's first play, and it's second down.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Second down, Murray sets to throw. This one complete to Christian Kirk. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. It's a gain of 11 and a Cardinal first down. And a nice start there to the aerial attack to pick up the first.
And I think preseason is officially over now. Getting into the groove of the regular season, that's a great way to get started. First drive of the season, what a nice completion.
Oh, he's got a little daylight. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. It'll be an Arizona first down on a gain of 17. Well, one unit I know you want to watch is that offensive line. If they keep clearing holes like that, it could be a long night defensively.
No doubt about it, because when they are in sync, as we're seeing so far, when that continuity is there, and you can see that they're playing off of each other while controlling the defensive front and linebackers, you're exactly right. It could be a very long night for the defense because someone's going to run for some big yardage.
Murray now on first down. That's going to be caught by Kirk. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 47. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's second down. And he's already got 2 catches on the opening drive. They know he's going to be a handful.
And sometimes you game plan for that offensively. You want to make sure that guy touches the ball, and sometimes it just happens naturally. And then you change your game plan. When he has the hot hand, you keep going back to him because he's running routes with confidence as the game goes on.
Murray gets this one to Isabella. 15 yards that time, and the Cardinals move the chains. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Throwing on first down is Murray. This one caught by Isabella. And a loose football. And this is scooped up by the Lions. And they are going to take over right there at the 22-yard line.
We have seen this before, and we know coaches preach about this and work on it all the time. Catch the ball. You know there's going to be some traffic somewhere. They've got to put it away and secure it as they try and get downfield.
They'll run on first down. McFarland, and just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up.
Absolutely love the effort there. The ability to flow from his inside spot and stop that one at the line of scrimmage. Nice linebacker play.
Bring it. He's crashing. He's checking crash.
To throw on second down. Herbert. A throw for Galladay is going to be intercepted. Picked off right around the 43. And he's going to take this one back to the 37-yard line. And now the Lions going to stop us momentarily as they call a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. On first down, Armstrong. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. That goes for 14 yards, first down Cardinals. His first carry of their second drive, pretty solid. And, of course, remember back to their first drive, really strong throughout that one.
Not only is he getting good blocking up front, but how about his vision to find the holes? And he's seeing things before they even open and hurdling through them.
A running play here on first down is going to go nowhere as he is tackled behind the line of scrimmage. That'll set him back with a loss of 3 on the play. And that'll make this a 2nd and 13. On second down, here's Murray. And the Lions pressure too strong. Down he goes.
Now, we talk about players blitzing all the time. I often laugh and sometimes call it just straight-ahead pursuit. What a running start right back to the backfield for him.
Yeah, it really didn't give anybody a chance to get up there and stop him.
No, I mean, that's really, really difficult. You're asking a whole lot anyway, but when he gets that kind of a start and comes through clean, oftentimes the advantage definitely goes to the defensive player.
Meanwhile, on third down, they take a shot at the end zone, but it's incomplete. And the kick by Butker is good. And the Cardinals have the first points. It's 3-0. These kickers now, it used to be that a 50-plus yarder was cause for celebration. Now seemingly automatic.
Yeah, isn't it funny when we prepare for a game, when you look at the backgrounds of these kickers, it's interesting, isn't it, to find out they were all-state quarterbacks, receivers, defensive backs, all-state wrestlers, right? Baseball players. We're finding athletes all along, and now they're just specialists putting it through the posts.
Ready, set.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, only gave up 3 points off of that, so it shouldn't be a difficult hole to overcome.
It really shouldn't, as long as they're not listening to the chatter coming from the other side, because when you throw a pick, look, I know defensive backs, they have a tendency to be a little bit loud after they take one away, but they also have a tendency to gamble a little bit more, thinking they'll get a second one. Maybe they can take advantage of that with some double moves.
Looking to throw on second down. Herbert buying time to his left. It's just a gain of a couple there on the scramble, and now it's third down.
Come on, set. 10-2 stop. They're running it. Go.
On third down, Herbert. Oh, he was looking for Parker, but it's intercepted. Picked off by Byron Murphy. And he will score. Touchdown, Cardinals. Well, we know this defense has athleticism. Spots like that prove us right.
I love the way that you spotlighted the athleticism, because you and I both know the best athletes on the field, they play on defense.
Oh, no, I was a kicker. You got to remember that now.
Come on, come on.
Fine. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
The Lions take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Let's go now.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And job one here, Charles, just keep possession of the football. 2 drives, 2 turnovers to this point.
You're exactly right, Doctor. Hippocratic oath. First, do no harm. And right now, they're harming themselves on offense.
I like that. No one is mistaking me for a doctor, though. But thank you, Dr. Davis. A minimal gain as we tick down inside of a minute remaining in the opening quarter.
28-yard line.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7.
Ready?
They run the counter. McFarland. And he works his way forward for a couple up past the 30. We haven't seen much from him running the football here in this first quarter.
No, you're right about that. We haven't seen much of him at all so far. They've stacked him up pretty well, but when you're trying to run the football, sometimes you got to play the long game. Keep handing it to him, and some of those runs that aren't working now, they turn into 6, 7, 8, and maybe more.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Robert Kimdichie able to get him down for a loss of 11. And it brings up 4th down. 10-0 the score after 1 on EA Sports. He gets us away. It's a good one, drawing toward the sidelines. And this one will not be returnable as it sails out of bounds. Arizona's offense at the line, ready to get their drive started. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a 1st down now. 5 yards is the tally on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
Partner, I think from our experience together, we have learned that most offensive coordinators are going to tell you, if I'm going to run the football on 1st down, I've got to get at least 4 yards. They got 5 here. They've got to feel pretty good about that one.
2nd and 5 now. Murray. That ball complete to Isabella. And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. 7 yards there and a 1st down.
That's good for the Cardinals. 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. On 1st and 10, here's Murray. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
The beauty of being able to play a zone defense when you can sit back and see the ball coming out of the quarterback's hands, guess what? Creates a lot of confusion, kind of a muddle in the middle of the field where you can go make a play on the football.
So line of scrimmage still at 39 on 2nd and 10. Here's Murray going deep downfield for Ross. Oh, wide open, complete. Touchdown, Cardinals. John Ross, 61 yards. And the Cardinals push further out in front.
As a fan, is there anything prettier than a well-executed post route?
No, it's a thing of beauty, especially when it's done like that for a touchdown.
The throw, the catch, and how about the run after to get it to the end zone?
Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
The Lions take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And we don't want to call this desperation time, especially in the 2nd quarter, but you're down.
You don't want to.
No, but let me finish.
Okay, my bad.
You're down 3 scores already. You've done nothing offensively, nothing on the scoreboard. That's not a good combination.
I think you just called it desperation time. I think you did. But let's face it, you mentioned this to me in a break earlier in the game. The energy level hasn't been there right from the start. We've noticed that. They've got to find a way to get on their toes and start punching instead of retreating, to use a boxing analogy.
Officially, it's no gain on the play, and they'll remain a few inches shy of a first with 3rd down looming.
On the double. Mike is 59. Mike is 59. Top defense.
On 3rd down, here's Peyton. And he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. Nothing doing on 2nd and 3rd down after that 9-yard gain on 1st.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage. And how about this one now? In their own territory, a gutsy call. They're going to go for this on 4th and a yard. Open man is Galladay, complete. And he's got the 1st down yardage before he's brought down at the 42. A big roll of the dice on 4th and 1, but it pays off. They convert. So 2 first downs, and that moves the ball to the 42 now, 1st and 10. Back to throw. Herbert throwing deep for Galladay. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off around the 27, and they will take over at the 29-yard line. Well, why do you go out and spend a first-round pick on a defensive back? Plays like that. The rookie gets his first interception.
You have to have guys who can limit the other team's number of plays run and possessions. And no better way than an interception. And what a great way to break into the league.
Murray and the Cardinals with a 1st and 10, just shy of the 30. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on 1st down.
Frustrating for a defense, energizing for an offense. Finding a way to create that type of yardage in your running game, that'll make the guys carrying the ball very, very happy.
2nd and 5 now. Murray, open man is Kirk, complete. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. A short gain of just over 2 yards as the first half clock dips inside of 3 minutes.
Let's go! 65, 65, 65.
3rd and 2, and here's Murray. And that's caught inside the 35. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. That one goes for 36 yards. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. They'll run on 1st down. It's Armstrong. And we remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll hand things off to the coach, Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have a look back at a very intriguing opening weekend in the NFL. And he'll be brought down inside the 20 at the 19. It's a gain of 6, moves him to a manageable 3rd and 2 situation.
Makes it 3rd and 2.
Here we go. 60 out low.
Murray going to try to throw on 3rd down. Able to find Shaheen, the tight end. And he takes it down to the 13 and picks up the 1st. He's got his first catch here before halftime, and it goes for a 1st down. Murray now, 9 of 11 passing in this first half. He's got his guys a 1st and 10. On 1st down, it's Armstrong. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard. The Lions now going to use the 2nd of their timeouts. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. The previous run, good for 9. Here's 2nd and a yard. Now Murray throwing on 2nd down. To the end zone, but it's incomplete. Christian Kirk, the man he was looking for, and it's 3rd and short.
Brandon, some of those windows to throw the football that exist when you're between the 20s, they don't exist when you're this close to the goal line. But as a former DB, I liked it closer to the goal line. Tighter windows made it easier to cover people, actually.
This will be play number 8 here on the drive. It's 3rd and a yard.
Here I come. Joker.
And that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line. The Lions quickly now going to use the last of their timeouts, as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. Butker's kick here is good. And the lead now increases to 20-0. No problems in the field goal department so far. He's 2 for 2.
Pretty reliable here in this game, isn't he? And to me, that bodes well for them. If they need him late in the game, his confidence should be sky high.
Let's go.
1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Set,
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. Well, look at the clock here. You're inside of a minute. First half hasn't gone that well for you. How are you going to play this drive?
Well, I've been told by my coaches previously that the intelligent approach, go ahead and run out the clock and start over. Don't make any more mistakes. But there's also something to understanding that you got this last drive here. You get the ball to start the second half. Try and go 2 for 1 here. Get some points now and come out of the locker room and get more points again and get your momentum really built up.
On first down, Herbert. And an alley to run. Now the ball comes loose.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back because this is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
Looking to throw. Herbert. And it's caught by Parker. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made here at the Cardinals' 21. Not time enough for a play and then a timeout, you wouldn't think. So with 4 seconds left, they're going for it. So with 4 seconds to go in the half, here's the field goal unit onto the field. On the left hash mark, this a 38-yard attempt. And in his 15th season, he's able to get this one to go. So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far. As now we send you out to Orlando and hook back up with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. We'll see if Week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half.
Let's go, baby. Let's go.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there. But this is I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for him. And he'll go out near midfield at the 49. He'll get a dozen there, and the Lions have a first down.
I think that's a big pickup for a first down because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a first down. Executed it to perfection. Back to throw. Herbert. And he's going to keep it here. He's got a first down and then some inside the 40. And finally taken down at the 35-yard line. A nice job there on the escape and scramble. A first down, a 16-yard gain. Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. First and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. A loss of 2 there. Second down.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the third quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
Hey, team 6.
To throw on second down. Herbert. He'll get this one to Galladay. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made here at the Cardinals' 19. I don't know what they talked about at halftime. Whatever it was, it worked. They look like a different team here in the third quarter.
Yeah, I doubt that there are very many trash cans that got kicked over that type of a speech. I think what they did was they analyzed what worked in the first half, what didn't, and figured out a better game plan.
Hey, check Mike 21, check Mike 21. Hey, what up?
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Timmy Jernigan with a sack.
It's interesting, partner, that most defenses try and guard the 35-yard line actively because they think the way kickers are nowadays, about a 52-yard field goal, they're kind of giving up points. But you get even deeper into territory, you get into the red zone, they're going to guard it even more, which means more pressure, more blitzing.
On second down, McFarland. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. A good pickup there, 13 yards as they get closer for third down.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
And he gets the first down yardage he needs before he's brought down at the 6. It's a gain of 6 as they're able to convert, and now it's first and goal. First and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. From the gun, Herbert. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. They come up here with another shot from the 6-yard line, and it's second and goal now.
Hey, my 7. I got you. I got you. Mine's 59. Mine's 59.
Second and 6. And he will score. Touchdown, Lions. A 6-yard touchdown run. And the Lions were able to draw a bit closer. That's the score you felt they had to have here in the third quarter to get back in this game.
And you know that there's an emphasis on their side. Hey, we know this. We know where we are. But sometimes that binds you up so much that you try too hard, you don't get the score. A perfect combination of urgency, yet relaxed enough to get it done.
This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down at the 21-yard line. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. The third quarter has not been kind to them. After they built that lead at intermission, they've seen that lead shrink.
And how much of that is simply execution? How much of that is maybe you lose your edge a little bit because you've got a lead? And you do have to credit the other team some because they've made some adjustments to start to slow them down. Can they find those counters now, those extra plays or plays they haven't run that'll be effective and get them back moving again?
They'll be looking for something here, anything to seize that momentum back. And they work this well upfield across the 45. 22 yards there, a first down.
When you run a screen pass really well, you got to like the look of it because so many parts come together to make it work well. The offensive linemen, where they're faking people out, the back slipping out there, catching the football, then all of them going together as one unit downfield. A really nice pickup.
Now a run on first down is not going to get off the ground as they will get him behind the line of scrimmage for a loss of 3. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here, and it'll bring up a second and 13.
Ready. 60 on.
Now this time, Murray to throw it. Going deep downfield for Roll. That's caught inside the 20. Touchdown, Cardinals. John Ross, already his second touchdown here in this opening weekend. And the Cardinals push further out in front. This offense, they were dynamic in the first half. The halftime break, that didn't slow them down at all. Big strike here in the third quarter.
It's almost as if they were saying, it's not just our skill in the first half is getting this done, it's confidence as well. And confidence has taken over this game in a big way. How about these strikes that we're seeing?
Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. They did what they had to do to start this third quarter, went down, got the touchdown to cut the lead, but the matching touchdown a moment ago, and we're right back where we started at halftime.
Yeah, you're exactly right, partner. They had a little bounce in their step after scoring that first touchdown, but the defense gave one up, and that's the problem right now. Can they get better play from their defense while they continue to score on offense?
On second down now, McFarland. And he gets this to the 35. Good for a gain of 5.
I think we can safely say that those types of plays are the backbone of this offense. We know not every run's going to be a big hitter, but you know they'll take that type of result on each and every attempt.
Try to get one more in here before the quarter breaks. They'll keep it on the ground. McFarland. And he'll go down, and that will do it for the third quarter of action. Welcome back to the desert. We're in Glendale. It's the Lions trailing, but with possession of the football as we get set to bring you the fourth quarter.
Now, 60 Pittsburgh. Now.
On first and 10, Herbert. Flush to his right. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And the Cardinals have got it. Going the other way. There he goes, left side. And they bring this one back. A scoop and score. A fumble recovery touchdown for Arizona. So this defense clicking early in the year. Week 1, the return for a touchdown.
The organization made a concerted effort in the offseason to improve this defense. I have to say they like the early returns.
And you can bet they're preaching 2 hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return.
Let's go.
First and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And they weren't on the sidelines for long, but I'll tell you what, I'm glad you and I weren't down there. We could hear the coaches from all the way up here. They were adamant, you've got to hold on to the football or else we have no hope.
Yeah, it's easy for me to laugh sitting up here, but you're exactly right. If we were down there, that message would have been received a whole different way. Because turnovers, they've been a big problem for them. Got to take care of the football. Got to hold on to it.
Here's second and 7 now from the 28.
Hey, Orbit.
Here's the second and 7. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Picked off by DJ Swearinger. And a return will be stopped at the 34-yard line.
Well, this defensive pressure has been constant all game long. The pass rush, the coverage, they've all been excellent, and now they'll tack on an interception here as this one continues to slip just further and further out of hand.
After the turnover, here's Murray. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's second down. The incompletion there stops the clock. Any surprise they're throwing here late?
Ordinarily, yes, because you would think enough is enough. They've got plenty of lead, but I've seen this a bunch of times as well. The defense is going to crowd the line of scrimmage. If you just hand it off inside, you're getting your running back popped a lot as well. Sometimes the defense dictates it. If they're going to crowd it, you may have no other choice but to throw it downfield.
The Cardinals on third down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 7. Throwing is Murray on third down. And he can't quite pick it. No interception so far. That probably should have been their first, but at least it's 4th down. So now the field goal unit trots out there for the 3rd time tonight. This will be from 49 yards out. And this is right down the middle as he puts it through. And that'll push the lead from 24 up to 27. So it's 3 more points, and that widens this thing out even further here in the 4th.
And you know in this league, you can never have enough points, but this widens it out, as you said. And now it's all about ball control, isn't it?
The Lions take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, you had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here, and sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10, just shy of midfield at the 49. And now here is another interception. Picked off by Byron Murphy. Parker unable to get that one. The interception woes, they just continue to mount. He's thrown 5 picks. At this point, you got to be thinking, is it something between the ears?
I think a confidence hit does occur once you start getting those numbers up there a little bit. But as you and I both know, it's not always just one guy's fault. Maybe somebody ran the wrong pattern. Maybe some balls were tipped. It could be so many different things. Bottom line, though, it comes back to the guy throwing them.
Brings up 2nd and 4 at the Lions 28-yard line.
On 2nd down and 4, Murray. And that going to be incomplete. A lot of contact, no call, and it's 3rd down. So he can't hang on, and as I watch that unfold, I remembered an expression that I've heard, maybe from you, I don't know, but you're going to get hit anyways, might as well hold on to the ball.
Well, you know a coach said that, right?
Yeah.
Not an actual player. Not a chance at all. Way easier said than done.
On 3rd down, Armstrong. And he gets the 1st down here as he's taken down at the 24.
Brandon, when a defense just simply can't get off the field on 3rd down, and we all know how important that down is for both sides of the ball, you often feel like you're just a step behind whatever they're doing offensively.
And one of the differences in this game, no doubt, 3rd down conversion, and that is going to be a story they'll talk about after this one. They try and run on 1st down, but this one going to lose a couple yards as they get him behind the line. Call it a loss of 2 on the play, and it'll be 2nd and 12. To throw, it's Murray. Throw left side, complete to Isabella. That throw good for only a couple. It brings up 3rd down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Eluding the pressure right. And he'll get this to the 23, but that'll be well short of what he needed. Only able to get back a yard for his efforts, and that leads us to 4th down. And Butker able to put this one through. And that will just add 3 more to a lead that's already out of hand. So that's a 7-play drive that ultimately stalls out there at the end.
And things were a little leaky in the beginning on that drive, weren't they? But how about the front 7? As they got closer to their goal line, things stiffened a little bit, forced the field goal.
Let's go. Let's do this.
The Lions take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Here we go.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And last time, 1-play interception. So this offense, they should be fresh.
That's a good way of putting it. And I can't wait to see what they decide to do with play calling, because a 1-play drive where you throw an interception, a lot of people think the very next time out, run the football, don't give them a chance.
Maybe play action?
I think maybe you go play action, show your quarterback, get a little confidence in him, and let him fling another one.
Maybe a good spot to take a shot. Here's 2nd and a yard from the 34. 2nd and 1. Steps away to his left. A nifty bit of scrambling there. 12 yards, 1st down.
Sometimes guys get locked into such a groove. What do we call it? The game slowing down. They see everything happening almost in slow motion. They see the lanes develop. I feel like he's right there.
Well, and you want this from your leader, right? With this deficit, this stage of the game, 2nd half, no quit in him.
0.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. They'll run it now out of the gun. He'll be taken down at the 48 for a pickup of 2 yards. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Well, we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
10 Lobo. Man left, man left. Ready.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Herbert throwing into traffic there, and that's complete. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made here at the Cardinals' 40. This quarterback now 9 of 17 through the air. Not a great percentage, but it is 1st and 10. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
To throw on 2nd down. Herbert stepping up. He's going to keep it. They'll wind up with positive yardage. It's a gain of 3, but now it's 3rd down.
Looked to me like they adopted what my kindergarten teacher always said. If at first you don't succeed, try again. And finally, able to hold him in check. He'd been carving him up running the ball.
That's the first time I think I've seen where the coverage was good downfield and they accounted for him and stopped him for a short pickup.
Yeah, I don't think it was a big adjustment, but much more.
And he's across for the touchdown. Too little, too late, but he does get in for 6.
No wonder you're grinning. You just beat me in our fantasy league.
Indeed I did, my good man. Extra point good by Prater. And that will shave one more off this lead. 17. Morstead out now following the touchdown to kick. This is fielded at the goal line. And he's going to take this all the way down inside the 40.
The Cardinals take over 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. And he'll give it here to his running back. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. So it's a win here for the Arizona Cardinals. And with that, our journey begins, Charles. Week 1 in the books. Going to be a great season.
Oh, man, so much to look forward to. Isn't it nice to get a really good game right out of the gate? Preseason behind us. All these games count now, don't they?
Yeah, this is the exciting time with just 1 week gone and plenty of weeks to come. So for the Cardinals, it's a great win here on a Monday night as they'll start the new campaign 1-0. And they'll get to stay home again next week. Meanwhile, for Detroit, they obviously fall to 0-1 with the defeat. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew here at EA Sports, I'm Brandon Gaudin saying so long, everybody.